Imagine a body of water so vast, so immense that it feels more like an inland sea than a lake. This is Lake Volta, a true hidden treasure nestled right in the heart of Ghana. It is a place of wonder, a testament to human ambition and nature's quiet power. When you stand on its shores, you can feel the pulse of our nation. The story of Lake Volta is deeply connected to the story of Ghana itself. It was born from a powerful vision, a dream held by our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He saw a future for Ghana that was modern, industrialized, and self-sufficient. He knew that to power this dream, Ghana needed a reliable source of energy. The mighty Volta River, which flows through the country, held the key. The vision was grand, to build a dam that would harness the river's strength and transform it into electricity. This monumental project began in the early 1960s with the construction of the Akosombo Dam. Can you picture the sheer scale of it? Thousands of workers toiling under the African sun, moving earth, pouring concrete to create something truly historic. The dam was completed in 1965, a marvel of engineering for its time. As the dam's gates closed, the waters of the Volta River slowly began to rise. Over several years, they spread out, flooding valleys, flooding plains, creating the magnificent lake we see today. This was not just a construction project, it was the deliberate creation of a new landscape, a new beginning for Ghana. The creation of Lake Volta was a moment of immense national pride. It symbolized what Ghana could achieve through unity and forward thinking. It was a promise of progress, a beacon of hope for a brighter future. Dr. Nkrumah's dream had become a reality, a vast, life-giving body of water that would go on to shape the destiny of millions. The primary gift of Lake Volta is electricity. The Akosombo Dam, the Kapong Dam downstream. They are the powerhouses of Ghana. For decades, they have generated hydroelectric power. That power has lit up our cities and villages. This energy fueled our industries, aluminum smelters, textile factories. It created jobs and drove economic growth. It allowed children to study after sunset and businesses to operate more efficiently. Beyond electricity, the lake gave birth to a thriving fishing industry. The reservoir became a rich habitat for many fish species, tilapia, Nile perch. It created livelihoods for thousands along the shoreline. The industry feeds local communities and supplies protein nationwide. The lake produces over 40,000 tons of fish annually. The lake also became a vital transportation highway. Travel north to south was once long and difficult. Lake Volta created a direct waterway. Ferries, cargo boats, they connect towns and villages that were once isolated. They transport people and goods, moving yams, maize, and livestock. Finally, the lake is a place of incredible beauty and a growing tourism destination. Serene waters, islands, and lush green hills. Visitors relax and go boating. Resorts and hotels line the shores. Watch eagles soar overhead. Listen to the gentle lapping of waves. Tourism brings jobs and showcases Ghana's natural splendor to the world. The humming power from the dams is the heartbeat of our nation's progress, a silent but powerful force touching nearly every Ghanaian. While the creation of Lake Volta brought immense progress, it is important to remember that this progress came at a great cost. The rising waters did not just fill empty valleys, they flooded over 700 villages. They also submerged vast areas of farmland and forest. About 80,000 people were displaced from their ancestral homes. Imagine watching the water slowly creep up, swallowing the place where your family had lived for generations. Communities were forced to leave behind their homes, their farms, and their sacred sites. It was a time of profound upheaval and sorrow, a sacrifice that must not be forgotten. The government started a massive resettlement program, creating 52 new townships. But the transition was hard. New homes differed from traditional life, and new farmlands were sometimes less fertile. The environmental impact was severe. Millions of trees were submerged. Vast terrestrial ecosystems were destroyed. Submerged forests decayed slowly, harming water quality early on. The Volta's natural flow changed forever, altering the ecology of the river delta downstream. A new aquatic ecosystem emerged, but a rich terrestrial one was lost. New health challenges also emerged. The lake became a breeding ground for snails carrying bilharzia. It created habitats for mosquitoes, raising malaria risk in nearby communities. These unintended consequences have required constant public health efforts. Today, Lake Volta faces a new set of challenges that threaten its long-term health and productivity. Overfishing is a major concern. As the population around the lake has grown, pressure on fish stocks has risen. Illegal fishing methods are widespread. Small mesh nets catch young fish before they can reproduce. This depletes the resource many depend on. Pollution is also growing. Runoff from farms with fertilizers and pesticides, waste from shoreline communities. Child labor in the fishing industry persists, children forced to untangle nets underwater. This robs them of education and childhood. It's rooted in poverty, but we must act with courage and compassion. Many Ghanaian and international organizations are working on the ground, rescuing children, providing education, helping communities find sustainable livelihoods. Despite challenges, there is hope. Conservation efforts are gaining momentum. Communities learning sustainable fishing practices, reforestation initiatives to stop erosion and improve water quality, local leaders, environmental groups, the government, all collaborating to create and enforce protections. These efforts aim for a delicate balance, using the lake's resources for development, ensuring preservation for future generations. Lake Volta is a powerful symbol of Ghana's journey, a source of power, a source of food, a source of national pride. Its story shows progress brings complex consequences. Our task is to manage this resource with wisdom and care. The lake is more than water. It's a living entity connecting past and future. By protecting it, we protect an ecosystem, and we safeguard heritage and the promise of a sustainable, prosperous future for all Ghanaians. Another striking attribute of Lake Volta is its untapped potential. Researchers estimate that only about 20% of the submerged trees were harvested when the lake was created. Today, companies are exploring underwater logging, recovering high-value tropical hardwoods preserved beneath the water for over 50 years. At its peak, the Akosombo plant has a generating capacity of about 1,020 megawatts, making it the backbone of Ghana's energy supply for decades. The dam even exports power to neighboring countries like Togo and Benin. Fishing on Lake Volta produces over 90,000 metric tons of fish annually, contributing significantly to local diets and Ghana's economy. The lake is also a growing tourist attraction. Scenic boat rides, visits to the Akosombo Dam. Towns like Akosombo and Kedikrachi are popular gateways for travelers seeking to experience the beauty and history of the Volta Basin. In conclusion, Lake Volta is more than just a lake. It is a lifeline for Ghana. Born from bold vision and immense sacrifice, it has shaped the country's economy, powered its industries, and become a defining feature of the nation's geography. With its vast size, cultural importance, and economic role, Lake Volta stands as both a symbol of Ghana's progress and a reminder of the balance needed between development and human impact.